What's up everyone, welcome to Get Hands Dirty, and today we're going to apply ceramic tile on the kitchen area of the new tiny apartment. Let's go! Just before we get started on the build, I want to let you know that I have a few handmade notebooks for sale on the Get Hands Dirty online shop, along with brand new t-shirts, hoodies, and sweatshirts from small all the way to super big sizes. Also, they all come with specially made tags. So if you want to support my work, these are perfect for you or for your friends as a reminder to get your hands dirty. Take a look on my website and let's get started with the build. First thing I did was to lay on the floor a few rectified porcelain tiles on the most visible and strangely angled corner of the room. I took my time taking measurements and figuring out the correct angles, and then cut the tiles using an angle grinder with a diamond disc. Once I got a good idea of the arrangement, I put everything aside and started to prepare the adhesive, which is basically a cement glue. I never used a notch trowel or applied tile before, so in the beginning it was a bit weird and spent a lot of time trying to make the stripes look good. Since these porcelain tiles are so big, I had to back butter the tiles, which means applying the adhesive to the back of the tile in addition to the floor. Also, the notches on the trowel need to be quite big when you're using big tiles. I rocked it back and forth perpendicular to the cement lines in order to smash them and make a proper adhesion. Then I removed it just to see if it was working the way it was supposed to. I started to install the second tile, but then...
What the f*** não é este? Pá.
Okay, so I picked up the wrong tile that was already cut on the long side to fit near the angled wall and had to clean it up and move on to the correct tile. On a lot of cases, I ended up standing over the tile and rocking it with my feet to make sure I could smash the cement properly and get better aligned corners. This wasn't very easy because all the tiles were actually slightly bowed on the same way, which made it very difficult to match the corners with the middle portion of the tile next to them. At first I wasn't going to use any spacers because the tiles are rectified, but then I ended up putting really thin ones to see if I could disguise any misalignment a little better. I started to apply the tiles in one day and finished on the next one, but next time I'll try to start sooner and do it all on the same day because I realized that some of the open corners were a bit too low or too high and I couldn't do anything about it because they were already dried. That made the job much harder because I had to place shims here and there for eye leveling them. I also made sure to clean the cement area near the tiles to make sure there is enough space for the adhesive to spread and minimize having the spacings filled up. Here you can see me skating over the tile and trying to lower the corner. I let everything dry and came back on the next day to remove the spacers and cleaned everything. It's time to mix the grout and force it into the joints with a rubber trowel. I did work in small areas instead of doing the entire floor, and so I came back a few minutes after with a wet sponge to smooth the grout joints and clean up some of the surface grout. Once I got it all done, I mopped the floor 3 times after letting the grout rest for about 2 hours, and it was done. I hope you enjoyed this episode with me getting started working with materials I never worked before. Take a moment to subscribe to get notifications for future projects on the Tiny Apartment series. On the next episode, you will get a full idea of what's coming and how the space will be organized. A big shout out to all my Patreon supporters. Without them, I couldn't be releasing videos as frequently. And if you want to support me and my work, take a look on my Patreon page as well as my online store. Thanks everyone for watching, and go get your hands dirty.